Yo, how is
Yeah,
everyone? I hope everyone's doing great out there. So, my name is
yeah.
Warren
How's
Howe.
seafood follower? My name is Shafiq. Hi.
Yeah, we are Facademy. Hope you guys are doing great. So, today we are going to talk about, we're going to share actually what it takes to have a seven-figure portfolio. In fact, hopefully, we can empower you, and because this is real, right? We are what we preach is real shit. So our journey, how we go through, from a 10,000 ringgit all the way to pumping in money into the account and growing it, building a habit, it's all relative, right? And trust me, this is not an issue of getting money from somewhere, but it is getting money from somewhere. It's from hustling, right? It's as simple as that. So we're going to talk about why we deserve a seven-figure portfolio, how we're going to reach there. Now, if you guys are actually watching this live right now, we would appreciate it if you guys are not so shy, right? Because we have been, sort of on and on for from seafood. I think this is our third live. To click hashtag live if you're watching this live right now, just so that we know that you are here. If you're watching it replay later, just click hashtag replay. And yeah, smash that like button, brothers, right? Guys, fam. Smash that heart button, smash that like button, share with your friends because this, what we're going to preach today, we find it valuable. Hopefully, you guys do. So that's us, right? Um, let's get going. But before we go, can we have like 5 minutes to talk a little bit about the budget? Do you sort of like Shafiq, do you guys know a little, do you follow on the budget?
I do follow the budget, but I not
Okay.
really go through the mechanism, everything yet.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a lot to take in, right? So we need time
yeah,
for that, for sure,
yeah.
for sure.
But few really, I mean, direct impact to the market. I would say uh, there's a there's a there's a abolishment of duty tax. I think duty stamp, right? So
Okay.
previously it max to 200, right? Now I abolish. So I think that will be impact to the market.
Right.
Yeah, and a few other things lah, like normal budget thing, a few
Okay.
sector that we can look forward. So yeah, it will be like maybe solar, 5G,
Got it.
yeah,
Got it.
vacation.
Got it.
Yep.
Yeah, we need to dig in for sure. We need to update our group also.
Yeah, yeah.
But okay, that's great. So Harry says quite stupid for the budget. Okay, I didn't go through it for it to be, to understand how stupid it is. We will get back to you hopefully. I don't know, next week or something, right? And by the way, guys, if you guys have any ideas on what to talk about, during our lives or what you want us to talk about other than our trades, we can talk about anything. We can talk about portfolio management, our trades, strategies, seeking alpha, whatever it is, right? Do put in the comments on what you want. So let me share my screen right now, and we can then get on to where is it? Where is it? Is it this one?
What are we going to talk about today, Warren?
Yeah. So we're gonna talk about like sort of what I mentioned just now, right? We're gonna talk
Mm.
about everyone deserves a seven-figure portfolio, okay? And I'm not just talking about like stocks. I'm talking in general what we need to do realistically to reach there, right? And I'm not bragging, to be frank. I genuinely want people to reach there, and I believe everyone can. All they have to do is, find their own luck, hustle their way, uh, constantly build value for yourself, constantly build thesis on the stocks that you want to invest in, and also constantly build strategies for you to trade in, and then that's where you can talk about it. So that is what is gonna be. That's the structure of this live. Do you have anything you want to say before we start, Shafiq?
Nope, I think we can start. But there's a
Awesome.
request from Harry Lim.
Okay, what's that? What's the request? Sorry, I'm now on full screen. I don't know. I think I need to
Oh, he
go.
said that
Yeah.
maybe next time we do like education series. How we
Okay.
can, we can share our strategy, maybe like our, what things that
Right.
can
Maybe
be
I think what
applied
he
in the
means is
market.
like I think what he means is going into detail a little bit, like PE ratios and whatnot. Is that what I'm getting? Like
Maybe, yeah.
strategy?
He said that we
I think
can
what
learn on
okay.
earn more money in stock market and strategies. Yeah.
Yeah, where we can learn how to earn more money. Okay, yeah, you know what? that, that's a good one. I think we can start that. I think we can start that. In fact, that's what I'm doing every Friday, live, going on another US group. But
Mm.
yeah, we can do
but
that for
but
sure.
but yeah, I mean this is the third life that we having so far, so we want to really build a solid mentality, right? So like to be a trader, to be investor, you need to have a solid mentality. So that's why we focus on, first few of our live session we focus on mentality, but definitely we're going to go to that route, which is sharing our education. Yep.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
I, I want to say something like, I a lot of people in groups, they want sort of like fast money, they want tips or whatnot, but end of the day, it's about your strategies, right? Obviously we want tips. Who doesn't want tips? But if you don't have the mindset to be ready, um I don't know, I just find it really hard to I think it doesn't work that way. We have been burning our money. I've been burning my money a few years ago, and it's insane. Like, seriously, I've been burning loads of cash, and it's stupid, right? So we need mindset, we need the right strategies. I think that is more educational, and I hopefully today we'll talk about giving value to yourself, right? um anyway, by the way, guys, so can I start, Fig? Is there anything else you want to add?
Nope, nope. That's
Okay.
good start.
Yeah,
Yep.
great. So, guys, we are on all platforms, right? We are on YouTube, we are on, Instagram, Facebook. Hopefully, you guys can show some love and follow us, right? Just, it's free. Everything is free, right? So sometimes we have thesis, we'll post it up. We recently, strategized together on SoFi and a few, awesome growth companies that we have in our place. Yeah, do follow us for more updates, right? Smash that like button, smash that heart button, guys, heart button, and hopefully you guys can share with your friends and family. Okay, now let's get to it. Oh yeah, by the way, guys, we are very excited and we are very happy because this is hard work. Okay, guys, I know I look like an idiot here, but like this genuinely shows how happy I am. So because our IBKR account, which we opened since 2019 September, reached to 7 figures Malaysian ringgit, which is right 251,000 USD, right? So we're really happy. We wanted to sort of we are sort of celebrating in our own group, right? Our own Discord group. So we're really happy, right? 7 figure mark. And we're going to explain the process on what happened, what like genuinely realistically what is happening, what is the process, what do we do, what we think that can you can create value and you can emulate. Hopefully you can emulate. And yeah, we reached there, right? So that's great. And you know what, we take care of our fellow retailers. What I mean by this is that I mean, we're not we don't want to say that like we started off a lot of money, right? It's been gradual. So what I'm trying to say is that we take care from the bottom up. That's why the projects that we have, right, we start with 30,000, we start with 10,000, is literally showing everyone that it's hard work, strategies, trading, discipline, mindset. We take care of that. Like, what I mean by that is that we show step to step process, right? Being in our group, and we want to level the playing field in that way. And we love platforms like Steve Fu doing it, other platforms like educational, to actually gauge this, sort of bridge this gap from who they believe have made it, and they can preach out to people. So we really want to thank Sifu for that as well. So this is our chance to sort of show what we can do, and hopefully you can emulate that, right? So now the story of this whole we deserve a 7 figure portfolio is that we started off with 10,000 ringgit, right, of September 2019. And gradually along the way, okay, we have established what is our habit and what we preach in, which is realistic to retailers. That's what I mean by we take care of the people from the ground up, right? We started off with 10,000 ringgit and we slowly put in the money, right? So I get a lot, like I don't get a lot, but I don't want people to think like, oh, you're from a real estate developer, you probably have money already and all that. Like, that's not the I don't have, seriously, I got a decent amount of money because I created my own luck, right? But my point is, I didn't dump a lot of money one shot. It is all from hustling gradually from 2019, 2020 to 2020 and 2021, right? So getting to 400K as a starting capital in 2 years' time, right, is a combination of hustling, as in, because I left, if you guys know my background, I left my family business, which is development. Then I want to start my own thing, right? So that's the tricky thing about being a full-time investor. Because being a full-time investor, you got no more income other than your side businesses that you've been building out yourself, right? And sort of like getting that trading on, dividends from stocks and rental from houses, right? So that is the only source of income that is actually fueling me. But the hustle, when I talk about hustle, I'm talking about, and we will elaborate later, right? So I hope you guys have fun on that. We want to keep it a little loosey goosey, sort of presentation today. So what I talk about hustle is that what are you working like 2 jobs, right? What is your side hustles? What are your 9 to 5s? What are your side hustles to get more money, right? Working OT, whatever it is. And the habit is getting that money, earning it, straight away putting it into the account. So why do we put it into the account straight away? Because we believe that this asset class, because we've been doing over the years, right? This asset class is awesome. It can grow our net worth. So why not? Plus, we wanted this. I mean, we are already having a group ourselves. So this is sort of our marketing where we show people, hey, you know what? This is what we can do. Emulate it, right? Let's grow together. So what happened was gradually along the way, right? And I admit, fees from Facademy itself, fees from being a coach in the US, which is, I'm very glad to finding my own luck, right? To get that
By the way,
trading gains. Yo.
You're a bit breaking. Not bit, you're breaking all the way actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe the speaker.
Is it better now? Is it better now?
Yeah.
Am I breaking?
Still breaking.
Oh my god.
But we can understand what you're talking about, just that,
You can understand? I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry about that, guys.
No, it's good.
Okay.
Good.
Am I still breaking now? Is it good?
Good.
I can't.
Yeah.
Okay. So what I'm trying to say is that it is a combination of earning for academy fees, being a coach, right? Literally finding something that making use of our own skills, right? Skill set to develop this, right? To fuel into the account, because end of the day, it's all about fueling the account. So all in all, what it is today, which is 1.4 million, the NAV, net asset value, is a combination of UOB accounts, IBKR, right, which we share with our group. But this is, this has become a sort of a habit for us that we want to just grow. And I mean, this is realistic. We can really do this, right? So, it's also a combination of trading games. This which we will explain later, right? So hustling, living frugal, and I'm talking about frugal to the max, right? I got kids, but living frugally as in watching what you eat. We have like Excel sheet. I have Excel sheets. Do you have fake like Excel sheets recording what you sort of eat, what you spend, how much you spend, read like being control of your finances, how many percent you're spending on, whatever it is, right? Your wife, your girlfriend, whatever it is, entertainment, right? So you can know that if you cut a little bit per month over the year, you could at least buy a Tesla stock. I mean, that's how I look at it. So that's why the benefits of being frugal, right? So that having that growth mindset and that this asset class can grow has really helped us. Now, am I still breaking up, Feet? Can you hear me? Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. I don't know what's happening to my internet. So what is happening is that how we reached to 1.4, right, NAV today is basically the combination of FATA. We've been preaching FATA all the way, right? Fundamental plus technical. And when it comes to technical, we don't just simply we do trade goreng stocks, we admit, on 2020, and we still do as long as we have momentum, right? But higher conviction trades, because this account right now is a different ball game than what it is on 2019, which was just 10,000 ringgit, right? It's a different ball game. So what happens is we are sort of trading fundamentally good stocks as a cushion, right? So this is our strategy. Correct me if I'm wrong again, Fig. Like, this is what we're doing, right? What are you doing? So you're going to share your experience on that, right? And having consistent gains all the way, we can see, like, in the whole overall picture, that we are fortunate, very fortunate, to be growing 250% in 2 years' time, right? September 2019, September 2020 is sort of 3 years, sort of that, right? So we want to share our journey and what we think, and it's not just about stocks; it's about everything, right? So we want to continue. And by the way, guys, any of you are Tesla shareholders, put a T there, right? Put TTTM or something like that. Tesla to the moon. I know I don't really say to the moon, guys, but if you guys are Tesla shareholders, let us know. Do you perfect now? Got it. Why is it lagging? Sorry. Tesla to the moon. Harry has Tesla. Awesome. I love Harry already. Anyone else has Tesla? Let me know. It's a huge milestone, guys, right? Reaching there. And this I purposely prepared this slide today. Elon is saying, I told you so. 2 trillion soon, bitch. So that's Elon Musk. Anyway, 2 trillion soon. But guys, let's talk about Tesla a little bit, because Tesla is the reason also that we are reaching the 1.4 million NAV. To be very, very frank, Tesla is a huge contribution. What do you guys think about 10 years time? Do you think that they can reach 2 trillion status? What do you guys think, man? Put your comments there. Sorry, I'm used to sort of interacting with my Discord live. Put a comment there if you believe that they can be a $2 trillion company. Right there, yes, or something like that, right? So that's what I think Tesla will be. And I want to talk a little bit about Tesla and SoFi. Okay. So I purposely did this up because dividends, PE ratio, diversification, investing, fundamentals, value investing, and then you know what? Fuck that. I want that spunky bitch, right? I want Tesla. I want SoFi. So why am I putting this? Is because in 2019, guys, 2018. I was talking to all my friends, and I'm really glad that I bumped into this with a mutual friend of ours, Shafiq. That I was discussing to our group as well, that when we started Facademy, I was like asking them, imagine this, okay? Imagine this. You drive your Tesla or car to the parking lot, you go up to work, and the Tesla just drives by itself, right? The car drives by itself and earns money for you. So that is what he pitched. That is what Elon Musk pitched to everyone, right? And he raised 2 billion just like that, okay? Now, when we invest in companies, when we invest in scalable growth companies, seriously, we need this long story, right, to be there, because that will drive up our reasoning to fucking pile on to the winners. You see what I'm getting at? So obviously there's so much more, right? We need to assess the qualitative analysis. We need to assess the quantitative. We need to have projections, because by 2030, seriously, there might be 100 million, and I'm very sure there will be, right? A lot of analysts have been covering it. EV cars, if the battery mining can keep up, will be 100 million cars running on the road every year by 2030. So the question is, where is Tesla going to be to grab that market share? Is it going to be 20%? Is it going to be 25%? Right? Elon Musk said that it'll be 20 million cars by 2030. Okay, so that means 20% market share. That is very decent, right? So working backwards, we need to assess how many gigafactories they can get. And by the way, guys, I'm live, right? I want to be on. I want to be on the record to say that 2022 is the year of Tesla. Right now, they're going on to 6 gigafactories. Okay, 6 gigafactories having capacity of 700, 800,000 each. Right, running is 4. The demand is there, right? They are the Hertz deal. The 100,000 deal. Do you guys know about it? That is just the start. Seriously, that is just the start. And Hertz, being from a bankrupt company, now like going YOLO, spending billions of dollars. Like, okay, you know what, Tesla, I want 100,000. That is just the start. Okay, because there'll be more. Forward-thinking companies will realize that not getting a Tesla is not getting a Tesla is fucking insane. That's what I can say, right? So I want to go on record and actually say this, because Tesla is, a generational company. It's insane, But then again, what is the story on SoFi? What is the story on your companies that you guys are investing in? If you can share with me your story and we can have a conversation, right? And if your eyes sparkle like mine when I talk about Tesla and SoFi, I'm serious. Like you are killing it already, right? You know the game. You are leveling. That's why we level up the playing field, right? So SoFi, when I hear Anthony Noto talking about preaching his stuff, I see in a world of convenience that all it takes is 14 seconds to approve a loan. See what I'm getting at. Like last time, Tesla, robo taxi, making money for you. Now it's all about convenience, it's about selection. So far, imagine, right? Right now, shit like AI can actually tell the company whether or not they are eligible for a loan and whether or not the chances are defaulting, right? It's like Minority Report. Do you guys watch that movie? It's like that's how powerful AI is. Whatever companies that we want to invest in today has to be AI backed. The backbone must be AI, right? So that's why I got this slide, done up today. Hope you guys, have that thinking, because this will drive our long-term sort of strategies. Having that extra thinking, seriously, it doesn't matter about value investing or sort of. I mean, this is part of value investing, right? We see value today to sell off 10 years later, right? But my point is, we need to have that different perspective, right? If you can have that different perspective, you can kill the game, right? No doubt, right? No doubt. So I mean, join our community. We build theses together, we empower each other together, right? We find deals together, we create our own fucking luck. That's the point of Facademy. We level up the playing field. So yeah, do consider, guys, right? If you're interested, drop a DM, drop a comment. My admin will sort of reach out to you. Anyway, so let's begin. Sorry about that. Right, we took a little time, but I'm hyped up, about these sort of companies, because this will benefit our portfolios at the end of the day. So yeah, Fig, I got this. I did this up. In fact, I did this sort of live in my Discord group in US, and talking about. I asked them a question, right? So Bill Gates, he said that the thing you do obsessively between age 13 and 18, that's the thing you have the most chance of being world class at. Now, what were you doing at 13 and 18, bro?
Eating Maggie.
I was fucking like, I don't know, man, like fucking playing guitar. What were you guys doing? Let us know what you're doing. I'm playing guitar, playing Dota, like, I
In
I
boarding
don't know whether Dota
school.
was created there. Like fucking hell, 13 and 18. What I'm trying to say, guys, that he's right. Like maybe he's right, because that is where and by the way, playing Dota right now, the Malaysian kid who won second place, that guy's already a millionaire. Okay,
Yeah.
so anything in life can make you money. So what he's trying to say is that, like, Warren Buffett, Bill Gates, they have been sticking on the investing game, right? They've been sticking on to code. Like Bill Gates, he loves software, he loves coding. So I mean, they're rich from what they do. So this is a perfect example that we are going to stress on. Now, obviously, we're not Warren Buffett status, okay? But everything is relative, because what we need is sort of paying attention to what we are doing and loving what we do, right? So now there was sort of like I think Bill Gates or Bill Gates' dad. Okay, Bill Gates' dad. Warren Buffett and Bill Gates sort of met together with the dad, and the dad sort of asked them a question. Okay, write down on that piece of paper, what is that one word that accounted for their success. Do you guys know what it is, guys? You guys know? Then write it in the comments. That one word is focus. Okay, so why am I saying this? If you think about Warren Buffett's life, like Bill Gates' life is a little sort of like, not everyone can be software engineers or writing code, right? But everyone can be like Warren Buffett. If you think about it, right, Fig? Like everyone can be investors. Okay, now the life of Warren Buffett is that his focus is seriously just hustling his way to make money off investments. He created his own luck. How did he do it? He knew the game. He started very early, so that's his edge, right? He started very early, knowing the game. Get a good mentor, like fucking good mentor, right? Like thinking like a business minor, this business owner mindset, and eventually he sort of managed people's money to recoup his cash, and after that he utilized his own money to trash the Dow. He was trashing the Dow, right? He was getting 50% year on year. My point is, Fig, is that his focus is on investing. One word, right? So I want to share my focus. Okay. Now I didn't have I don't have razor sharp focus, to be frank. Right. I get distracted easily. But I've been thinking ever since I was young. I never loved studies. Right. When I was six, like because I international school a little earlier. Right. So when I was like 18 or 17, no, sorry. As I was going to college, I told my mom, I don't want to continue my degree. You know what my mom did? She cried. Um, I said, I don't want to continue. I want to work. I want to earn my money, right? I want to hustle my way and just earn my money. Now, I didn't have a proper direction because I didn't really find stocks per se that time, but I just had that like habit of living frugal, saving money, and sort of saving up for an investment. So what I did was I started off with real estate, which I really hope that I started off with stocks, to be frank, but that's me. So my focus was sort of like hustling my money, like working OT, having another side job other than my family business, and just be, finding ways of seeking like wealth. Seriously. So then, but at the end of the day, when I, started my stock journey, I was like, I convinced my dad. I said, Dad, can I buy, a chart nexus platform to let me view my, charts? And it was 99 ringgit, and I had to beg him. Like he didn't want me to. Yeah, I don't know why. Maybe he thought I'll lose money, or maybe he was being, cheapskate on me. I don't know. Uh, 99 ringgit only, right? So I started my chat nexus thing, and I sort of like dug into books, right? And especially there was a Malaysian book. I still have it here at the back of me, and which, you know what? Yeah. Anyway, that's for another time. But that book is like one of the best sellers. After that is a Malaysian, written by a Malaysian, and I started reading like, holy shit! Like I'm getting interested, right? I'm sort of like digging myself. But what I'm trying to say is that whether it comes to real estate, businesses, private businesses, stocks, like the focus for me, my real story is trying to put more money in investments, right? How about you, Fig? Like, what's your focus?
Right. When we discuss about this slide, right?
Yeah.
This is tough question, man. Because to be honest, my focus probably bit unorthodox. Okay, I'm type of person that ever since I'm in high school, very young, how to say, I'm not good at I am not really best at everything, but I good at everything at least.
Right.
I have skill on both, spectrum lah. Like I like science, like biology, chemistry, all that kind of thing. At the same time, also like social science, which is a different spectrum, right? I like literature. At the same time, I also like maths. Like how you can do that, right? But of course, I'm not the best of any world, right? So it's really hard to answer this question because when you ask me about focus, right? My focus is like everywhere. Like, oh, I like to learn this, or I like to do this, right? So, yeah, even till this time, right? I just do what I like to do.
But it's never too late. It's never too late.
It's never too late. And in fact, to be honest, right? My focus is just I like to gain self-satisfaction on what I'm doing, right? So one of my characteristic, right, is I like to, how to say? I like to, challenge myself and challenge myself, try to do the thing, and if it's really happened, then you get a self-satisfaction. And in fact, one of my friends called me like, you masochist because you like to push yourself down, right? Just to, gain the self-satisfaction, like, right? Yeah, but point is like, that is a bit orthodox. I say that, my focus is I just like to, feel self-satisfaction. But that is also why I be in the stock market. Because if you really think right, this is a lot of insight in the mind of a lot of millennials, right? When they want to, after they graduate, right, they don't want to, like directly work with other people. They don't want to be dictated to do what they don't want to do and all these things, right? I have that mentality also. But what is different between me and my friends, which also have that kind of mentality, is they afraid to do something that I bravely take upon
Got it.
myself. Yeah.
Got it.
So when I learn about stock market, I feel like, bro, this is what I want to do for my life. Why? Because I can do this on my own without, people. I mean, people dictate me all this thing, all to do that thing, to do that thing. I learn the process myself, and along the way, I gain self-satisfaction, right?
Got it.
And at one point, I feel like, okay, this is constant. I need to push myself harder. I need to take a new challenge. That is when we met, and
Yeah.
have a Facademy. So
Awesome.
yeah, what do you think about my focus? Right?
Well,
A bit.
I think it's never too late to have like a new one. I think, guys who you guys who are watching. By the way, thank you for staying on. Right, I forgot to thank you guys from the beginning. Like Harry, Kevin, Thomas. Like in one or two words, guys. What is your focus? Because that's what we need in life, right? But what I think about yours, Speak, I think it's good. I mean, we all have our own story. It doesn't have to be perfect, right? As long as we can create when we can find anything that we want for to sort of propel our net worth or whatever that fulfills you, right? I
Yeah.
mean, seriously, we all people always talk about getting to 7 figures and 8 figures, but no one talks about the guy who is happy as fuck, like being a 9 to 5er. Seriously, like you can be happy as a 9 to 5er and just live on, like as long as you're
Yeah.
happy, as long as you're fulfilled, right?
Yep.
But honestly, I'm looking forward to the day that you and me are chilling in the jet plane like that. So that's what I'm looking forward to, man. Okay. Anyway, let us continue. So guys, whether in life, okay, whether you want to be an entrepreneur in life, right? Whether you want to improve your income, you want to build cash positions to put in the stock market to get the flexibility to invest. Seriously, we need, okay, in my opinion, everything that we are doing, we need to constantly improve our value, our worth. Now, you guys might be thinking like, hey, shit, why isn't Facademy talking about stocks today? I am talking about stocks. Everything is related. Seriously, everything is interrelated, guys, right? So constantly improve your value in your worth, because by improving your value, everything will come to you when you improve your value. It's as simple as that. When you improve your value, you're sort of selling yourself. When you're selling yourself, everyone will be like, shit, this guy knows what he's talking about. Right? This guy knows what he's talking about. Like he, humble guy, whatever it is, like, okay, let's sort of follow him. Like that's what we need to have. We need to constantly improve our value, and I'm talking about anything, right? Your value, I don't know, being a better husband, being a, whatever it is, you need to constantly improve your value, because why can't we? Why aren't we? Right? And I'll relate it back, right? So I literally have this sort of which is our student in Facademy, right? He's an Indonesian. I met him playing Dota. Imagine that, guys, right? So he was actually, asking me a question. Hey, Warren, like he's a young kid. He just, started hustling, and he's, I don't know if he's killing out there, but he's working right now. So he's asking me, Warren, if I have 500 USD, should I put in the stock market?
Bro, you start
I was
breaking
like,
it.
seriously? Oh my God, my internet. Jesus. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, can.
Can you hear me? My internet. Oh my God. Anyway,
Yeah.
what I'm trying to say is that, I met this guy from Dota, okay, young kid, Indonesian kid. He was asking me, he's now a student. He was asking me, hey, Warren, if I have $500, would I invest? I honestly told him, um, why not give value to yourself and learn a new skill set, right? Because if you have $500, you can put it in the stock market and maybe you can get 20%, and that'll be $100. Why not? You read some books to improve your skill set, right? Why not you learn a new skill? It could be if you're sort of if what fulfills you, or if you are interested in making money from website design or freelancing, literally anything that makes you happy, right? Learn a new skill set, and that 500 could turn into 2,000 a month, right? So I mean, literally use like every fiber and cell in your body, right? Use the good stuff to make and give value out there, and just kill it. Go hustle, right? It could be anything. I don't know what you guys are interested in, but we, right, that we are sort of preaching, what we do, what we love, and we're still learning every day. But this is what I mean. Like from freelancing, website design, buying and selling things online. Seriously, this is huge. By the way, buying and selling things online. It's so easy. I mean, I don't venture into it because I don't really like it, but I've been seeing friends killing it. And Gary V, guys, do you follow Gary V? Follow Gary V, guys. Gary Vaynerchuk, right? That guy is when I want to get my dose of motivation. Okay, I need me some Gary V, man. So stock
Yeah.
trading, coaching. A lot of people, they suffered from the pandemic, and they're like, "Oh man, you know what? Pandemic is not good." And seriously, I feel sorry for them. But people who really know how to think, they'll be like, you know what, pandemic sucks, right? But fuck it, I'm going to, take a stand. I'm going to, instead of complaining, venture into something and go make a killing there, right? So there are some businesses that will thrive in the pandemic nature, and there are some of the businesses that will fail. But why are we still sticking to what we are still doing, right? Why not we try to find another source to create your own luck and solve that problem, right? So create your own luck is what I mean, seriously. And I mean, it's as simple as just buying you buy a bloody lawnmower and you can lawn people's gardens and bungalow land. I don't know, bungalow gardens, and maybe they'll be paying more in US. But my point is, learn a skill set, right, to create value for yourself, earn that money, and if you find an asset class that will, that you want to just put in there, you have high convictions and you can grow your wealth, like stocks for us, then why don't you do that, right? So when you have a legit business, maybe you can even start your own business, your own passion, right? You could turn that your initial 500 to 50,000 or 100,000, and even if it takes 5 years, it doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter. So we do not have to go in the stock market right now. We can increase our wealth, increase your value, increase your worth, and slowly preach people, let people do, like, I mean, go on YouTube, guys, right? I don't know what you can do. Like, go on YouTube. It's like every person's story is interesting. All we got to do is just sort of talk in camera, be comfortable, and you can get your followers from there. I literally just watched a YouTube that this guy's just making fun of his girlfriend, and they're getting like what, 300,000 subscribers. I don't get it, but anyway, that's how it works, right? So what I have learned over the years, is that we need to sell ourselves. Seriously, we need to sell ourselves. Okay, whatever it is. When you ask your boss for a raise, you are selling yourself, right? You need to convince him or her that you deserve this fucking raise. It's as simple as that, right? So you need to sell yourself and impress people with your skill set, right? And focus on your core. You don't have to purposely impress people, but focus on your core. What is your core? You're good at designing. You're good at engineering stuff. You want to be a full-time investor, which I'm gladly want to talk to you guys if you guys are, right? You want to be a full-time investor. Like, we literally have a friend, right? A very good friend of ours, that he wants to, like, he envies us. He's like, hey guys, how do you become a full-time investor? How do you become a full-time trader? Like, I gave him like a few pointers. I'm like, assess your cash burn, build your conviction on trading, right? Because I know he loves trading. And you want to be a full-time investor, go ahead. Become a full-time trader. Like Shafiq, you are a full-time trader. So
Yeah.
how do you go into that? Right?
I just plan and go. Yeah.
Yeah, you just plan and do. It's as simple as that, right? You plan and do, you're gradually improving your skill set,
Yeah. Yeah.
and it might be even free. Seriously, it might be free. But I personally, I paid because I really want to make sure that I know what I'm doing. Like, I paid for courses. Seriously, I paid for courses. I want to enhance my myself. I'm joining groups, guys. I'm literally joining stock groups, and I'm like, I want to get market color. I want to know what they think, what they can see and what I can't see. I want to improve myself. So, like, seriously, like, why shouldn't we do that? Like, I'm doing that, right? So learning sales. If we want to make it out there, right, we have to learn sales end of the day, because we're selling ourselves, we're selling our product. Like, a better entrepreneur and a bad one is that they can sell their own products. They can sell they can sell themselves to the team. They can enlarge the team, right? And we need, in my opinion, we need this. Okay. And how is this relating to stocks? Is that, how we are selling ourselves in a way is that, okay, we focus on our core. We focus on building thesis on companies, and you focus on strategies for trading, right? So what we do is we focus on our core, and this is what we've been saying all the way. We focus on our core, and when we pitch, not pitch, like share our ideas to analysts, fund managers, and whatnot, so we can exchange ideas. So what are we doing there? We are creating our own luck, right? So I used to tell this fig, like we always talk about this, right? That lunch was 60,000 ringgit. Remember that?
Yeah.
So what do I mean by that is because when we meet with analysts and when we trade ideas, they are giving us a great idea, and we just fact check that, and we make a trade. We execute based on our risk management profile. But what we like to say is that it's so simple as rapport, just from a lunch. And I'm saying that, wait, you know what? That lunch was 60,000 ringgit that we had. Like, I don't know how to explain this to you guys. That is making use of your resources. Seriously, and this is all relative when it comes to stocks. You are making your own luck by meeting people out there. Why not? Why not meet with investor relations people? Why not meet with fund managers? Why not meet with analysts? Right? If you are lucky, go meet the fucking management of the team. I don't know what it is, right? Go create your own luck, meet with them, get some intel, and execute on your trade. Right? Do your duty, of course. Right? So in a way, we are utilizing we have so many resources, right? Sifu is a resource, okay? Like, other platforms out there are a resource. Where in a way, we are a resource, right? If you can utilize it. So talk with more people, especially within the industry. If you love tech industry, talk with a fucking, a tech guy, right? Talk with people who are working, hopefully, I don't know, make a friend in working in a factory in Pentamaster, or that are those engineers, right? Because they know from the ground up what is happening in the semiconductor chip industry, whether or not that company is actually supply chain problems, what are they facing, what is the good stuff, what is the bad stuff, what are they going to launch, everything, right? We have to create our own luck. So in a way, also we need to have the art of negotiating, right? We want to build trust, and guys, whether we think we seriously, everything is about trust. Right, and this is like human nature, right? Building trust is so hard, losing trust is so simple. You make a wrong move and people are shit lah, this bugger cannot lah. But like so it takes time, right? It takes time to build trust, and that's what we got to do. In life, it's all about building trust. It's all about building relationships, right? It's about building rapport. And I mean, this is how is relative to getting to a seven-figure account. When you reach to a seven-figure account, you better be damn sure you have all these, because you enjoy the process. I mean, make sure you enjoy the process, right? We enjoy the process. Like, if you don't enjoy the fucking process, then what's the point, right? So think about it. 7-figure people, 8-figure people, what do they know versus what 4-figure, 5-figure people do? They know something that we don't know for sure, and it's repeatable, right? It's the process. Yeah, what do you think about that, Fake? Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I agree. And just a fun fact, because you mentioned that learning sales is important.
Yeah.
Do you know that actually Windows is not developed by Bill Gates? It's other
by
people,
Apple, right?
No, it is by, I forgot his name, but there's a two guy that actually building the Windows program. But because he is a good salesman, I mean, he is good at selling,
for sure.
and also because of luck, right?
For sure.
That is where he goes. That's why when we talk about business, again, it's about making your own luck. Like, you need to push yourself until at one time, right? Yeah, that's how we become Bill Gates, that we know. So why shouldn't we be like that, right? So
for sure. Like people say that you're lucky.
Yeah,
I'm thinking, fuck you, I'm lucky. You know what I mean? Like, okay, sometimes it's all about luck. Seriously, sometimes we need that business luck. We need luck. But if you're gonna sit your ass home down there and complain, like, oh, why can't I have this? What the heck? Like, go and create your own luck. Seriously, go out there, know what's happening in the world, hustle it out there. If you want to make a contact with US people and know the game there, go, find some US friends. Join a US Discord. That's what I did. I joined a US Discord. I made a couple of friends, one of them working in Tesla, right? Sharing our, thesis, sharing our thoughts. I'm creating my own luck. Right? I play basketball. Seriously, this real story, real shit. I play basketball. You know Yi Wing? the fund manager.
Yeah.
Like we play basketball. When we are sitting down on the bench, which I do a lot because I'm not that good. I talk. Like, hey guy, what are you doing? Right, I'm doing stocks. Like I'm in the stock business, and he's like, oh, I'm a fund manager. Oh, okay, click. Like then after that, rapport, build your own luck, right? That's what I'm talking about. Like fucking hell, it's so easy. It's free, but people don't do that shit.
Yeah.
What they do? I want to pay 50 ringgit for this group, and I want buy or sell calls. Dude, come on.
Yo.
Come on, that's not how it works.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's not how it fucking works, right? Like that's what people do, and I don't know. I wish I can like literally go to the screen right now and tell you guys like, hey, do that shit, but I can't. Anyway, so Harry Lim is saying, you mean to say if we want to do something, we should just do it, dude? That's literally we've been like talking for the past 40 minutes. What we are saying is like if you identify what you want to do, go do it, right? Go
Be
do what you want.
productive.
Be YOLO.
Right.
Be productive, exactly.
Yeah.
Right, be productive. So yeah. So times will be better as long as you have the will and you seek rather than wait. Seriously, times will be better. Like my mother-in-law, she was saying that if you are hardworking, you will never go hungry. I really believe that. But right now, times are a little different. We gotta work smart, right? In a way. So lazy people, they work smart because they want to get the thing done earlier. And that's how they can do, right? But anyway, away from the point. My point is, like, seriously, get your ass up, create your own luck, and and people will tell you when you make it to 8 figures, people will tell you that you're lucky. Seriously, people will say, "Oh, you know what? You got a rich father, whatever. You're lucky." I'm like thinking, you don't even know the story, right? So everything that we say, is real shit. All we have to do is just get our ass up, right? Now,
And
when
bro,
you
I like you
Sorry?
said that you need to seek for. Sorry, can you go to the slide before?
Okay.
I mean, it's very true that we need to seek rather than wait. And when we seek something, right, this is where focus comes. Although, like I said myself that just now, I said that my focus is everywhere. But once I decide to do something, right, my focus is on that, right? So that's how I become better and better at trading. I'm not really good at trading, but I become better and better at trading because I know what I want. So that is how we can, focus is really
for sure.
important. And
For sure.
yeah, all these things.
I can tell you right now, like I say it a lot, but if I waited for, I never had like a mentor, seriously. Warren Buffett, he had Benjamin Graham. I never really had like a mentor. And right now I'm sort of having one, right? I won't say who it is, but I think Fit, you'll know who it is, sort of that. But like if I waited for my dad to tell me to invest, I'll reach 50 and I'll have my first investment. So that's how bad it is. You know what I mean? Like maybe that created a sort of hunger in me. And end of the day, what I did was I went to an options class. I met with a stranger. It's a her, right? She's elder than me, right? We bought a Lelong house together under my name.
Right.
What? Like that's how aggressive I am. You know what I mean? Like I paid for this options class and I wanted to do options. I lost the money in options. Seriously, I lost a lot of money. But before that I've been saving, working hard and all that hustling, right? But end of the day, we started to buy a Lelong house together. She taught me the game, right? So after that I got addicted. I bought more and more. Then I'm thinking, hey, what the heck? Like shit, property, it's not as great as it was. So then I was lucky to be venturing more into stocks, which seriously, stocks like propel my net worth like insane, right? So that was my point. Like, we need to have that hunger. We need to have the hunger, but also, do what fulfills you. Because end of the day, I wanted to be a full-time investor, right? So yeah. Anyway, so when you reach to a 50K portfolio, make your money work for you. That's the point, right? The point is to make your money work for you. You don't have to physically work it anymore. That's what's called passive income, right? So continue to invest in yourself, obviously, and new skills left aside, or reinvest in your business, because that's where everyone deserves a 7-figure portfolio. Seriously, when it comes to your own businesses, when it comes to stocks, when it comes to your entrepreneurship journey, you deserve it. All you got to do is, what we talked about, right? And like literally learning and literally constantly learning, being humble, getting to know your shit and, whatnot, right? Because the truth is, the hustle never stops. The hustle never stops, right? So spotting good deals, hustling for income, stabilizing cash flow, turn 40K to 100K a year, all this is possible, right? So constantly become a better investor to help with your long-term passive goal. Now, we're going to share with you how we got to, our capital to where it is today, which is like 1.4 NAV, right? So maybe, Fit, you want to elaborate on this? Like how we sort of segregate our portfolio management is by using the sort of 30-70 rule. Okay, because we are full-time investors and traders, we have time, we look at the market, we capitalize on sort of what opportunities are there. It could be stock price laggard, it could be commodity prices, it could be a major sort of event that we can capitalize on, low prices on certain company, right? Whatever it is momentum, right? It could be a social arbitrage trend that we can see, for example, taking advantage of summer holidays, whatever it is, right? Seasonality as well. So that's why the 30 comprises more on short-term thematic play. Stocks, I mean trades that we can actually, it could be from 3 months to 6 months to 12 months, right? That's the 30%, because I call that revolving cash flow, right? We want to sort of revolve our cash flow, and we sort of like spot trends. Like, what is the recovery play beneficiary? Like, because we know that the stock prices are always pricing in things early. So how do we get on there on that trade and sort of capitalize on that, to see alpha, like literally to see alpha and to get on 20%, 25%, right? So a combination of everything, because we are full time, we have the time, right? And we're still learning things every day. Suez Canal coming in, what's going to happen? Supply crunches coming in, what's the ripple effect? Evergrande issue, what's coming in? Like, we are sort of capitalizing, and we'll lose money on the way, but at least our portfolio management allows us to say, hey, you know what? Risk over reward over risk, right? You want to elaborate a little bit on this 30% before I talk about the 70?
I think I will elaborate that on next part, on the next
Okay.
slide. Yeah.
Okay, fine. So, from stock price laggards, commodity super cycle, right? Lag to competitors. I mean, there's always upside, but in any event, we want to capitalize on the, whatever opportunities there are, right? And even market opportunities, buying on weakness. So let's say earnings come out, right? Stock drops like mad. But we don't look at, 1 day, 2 day, right? We look at 3 months, 6 months, and whether or not a perfect example, steel prices, Wong, right? Wong. PMB Tech, right? Silicon prices jacking up the roof 300%, in 2 months, right? What else? Gene Tech, right? But actually, if you do the fundamentals, it can actually go along for a longer term play. But, these sort of companies that we are sort of capitalizing on, Airbnb, right? US companies. Let's talk about US companies. Well, okay, there are some failed trades. Like, we went on Molson Coors, which is TAP, ticker symbol TAP, because on the basis that hard seltzers will do well. But oh man, just yesterday I was following up this quarter call on Molson Coors, and damn, and I was like, earnings beat, revenue miss. So shit, I was really disappointed. Like, those are one of the trades that shit. When your thesis builds out, it doesn't turn well, then you just gotta hold the bag, right? Or you're gonna take the L. But I'm still gonna hold long term, because in a way this to me is like value play. So I'm sort of down 28% right now on that trade, but it constitutes like it's controllable. It's like 3% of the port. So end of the day, portfolio management counts, right? But it's not all Sundays every day, right? We make bad trades, we make good trades. All we gotta do is that rewards is better than the risk, right? So when it comes to the 30, we also talk about the 70. So the purpose of this whole account, which is what we did, is that we want to make sure that the 30 is our job is to allocate capital, right? Our job is to seek alpha, is to make gains, and that's what we can get from the momentum plays, right? And that's where me and we can actually combine Fata, right? Because recovery play beneficiaries is we involve fundamentals, right? When it comes to momentum trading and literally day trading, that's where Feek is, and especially scaling in on our entries. That's where Fig, comes in. So that's why we combine these two, and that's where we have a little bit of an edge, right? So the 70 plays are like long-term plays, 5 to 10 years or more. Like seriously, the companies that I want to hold for this 1.4 NAV account, like you will see a majority of them like 10 years and beyond, right? Because that's what we get. And when we get that 30, the money coming from that 30%, we want to put it to, the long term, to be piling on to the winners, because we want to compound that effect. So right now, guys, the IBKR account, right? A 2% on, a 2 like 3% movement on Tesla is like 4,000, 5,000 USD, like daily PNL. You see what I'm getting at? Like, because that is a subject of compounding ever since we bought since 2019 on this account, right? So compounding, piling onto the word, the winners, up or down is like a huge effect, but we don't care. In fact, we want it to go down because we want to buy more, right? The game plan is owning more shares of a company that you have faith in, right? High conviction in, based on all the projections. That's what we want to do, right? So that's long-term play, and we go for high quality growth businesses, like seriously high quality, right? We do our duty. SoFi is one of them. Tesla is one of them. You want to find out more, you can drop us a DM. We can talk more about it. But we look at high quality growth companies, and the strong aspects are like we want aggressive management. Like they literally not only aggressive, they are consumer centric, right? Member centric. In our opinion, member centric companies, like seriously, if you were to assess the qualities that we are holding in our account, I can say, Redfin, Dropbox, SoFi, Tesla, these guys are member centric, right? Because these guys are sustainable. These guys are the future, because, better consumers, better product, right? Happy customers, happier product, happy staff, happier product, right? So, we need management is important. So aggressive management, scalable, whether or not it's scalable. And this depends on the qualitative understanding of the business, right? We want a scalable business. How are they going to ramp up revenues and drop down costs, right? That's the thing. Multiple TAMs, like Tesla is one of them. They're not just a car company, they're an energy storage business, right? Robo taxi company. They can even start their own insurance and they'll be killing it, right? So multiple TAM company, total addressable market, whether or not they have a lot of revenue income streams coming in, and whether or not they can tap onto that TAM and make a killing from there, like grabbing that market share, right? So that's very, very important. They need to be best in class, even if they are within the S curve, they're still young, but they need to be best in class, like in your qualitative judgment, whether or not they have the potential to be market leader, right? So the companies that we invest in, these are the traits. Earnings potential must be clear. That means is the path to profitability must be visible, right? So these are sort of things that fit into the criteria of our 70% long-term play. And when it comes to like super growth stocks, we also need to assess the runway, right? We need to assess the balance sheet versus the cash burn versus where they're going to get, like what is the likelihood of them not getting sales, what is the do a stress test on the company. We need to make sure that there is available runway for the companies that we invest. So that that all belongs to that 70%. Now if you were to ask, right, our to summarize our gains, okay, our 250% gain from 2019 to now, I would say, 2020 obviously is the year of gloves, right? But Feek, we got out early because, like, based on this very simple fact, guys, we got out early because there's a huge question that people sort of don't ask, is that would you invest in a company that their earnings will drop? You see what I'm getting at, guys? Like,
Yeah.
we already know that vaccine will come out, and right now we stock prices is literally pricing things early, right? So why would you invest in a company with super normal profits because of one event, and and knowing that the ASPs and the profits will drop? No doubt demand will still be there, and you can argue all you want, okay, but end of the day, we literally, when we got into this trade, this investment, we said to ourselves, we're going to hold it for 2020. That's all, right, Feek? We said to our members, like, seriously, When we build this strategy, okay, that's all, right? Now I really feel bad for the people who are still holding gloves. Seriously, I really feel bad. But we need to like broaden our horizons, right? So I think in the first session that we did, we talked about US market. We need to really broaden our horizons and say, hey, there are other companies out there. Our portfolios don't have to revolve around gloves. That's what I'm trying to say, right? But 2020, we made a lot of gloves. We made a lot of warrants. Okay, that was the help of Feek as well, sort of structured warrants, momentum trades on tech stocks, on warrants. We also had momentum trades on Goreng stocks. We're not gonna lie. Vivocom, hint hint. What happened there, but yeah,
STD.
obviously, like, yeah, in fact, we got in like really early. Like this was introduced by our fund manager friend, and oh my god, it ran up like insane. So what we did was we cashed out, we put it in US because that's our plan, right? Goreng stocks lah, technical analysis stocks lah. Okay, gains, put in the stock account. 30%, put in 70%, right? So that's the goal, that's the blueprint of this whole account, right? So fundamental technology stocks that helped us in 2021 as well. And man, Tesla. Okay, Tesla is like main contributor, which is like huge right now. But of course, other stocks like DNO, Gene Tech, SAM.
Kobe.
But Tesla, seriously, Tesla is insane. Like Tesla is mad, right? So other US growth stocks as well. Like this is like, if you were to summarize our our gains, it's all here, right? Real shit. So that's us. And yeah, you wanna share your things, man?
Yeah. So when we talk about 70-30, right, it is really because we are full-time trader and investor, right? So as full-time trader and investor, how we want to pump in more to the stock market, right? That's why we have the 30%. So, and it's not easy to to handle the short-term trading or short-term play in the stock market. Maybe Warren, you can just reveal everything. Yeah. All right. So to managing your portfolio, right, especially to to fill in the long term, you need to make sure you don't lose money, right? So that's why there's a few tips lah, right, that you need to do. And in fact, this is what you get when you guys see like, oh, we have 400 million change, we turn that to 1.4 million, right? We have 400,000, turn that to 1.4 million, right? You guys will you just like seeing an iceberg, right? Everyone see, oh, okay lah, Warren, you reach lah, right? Last time you property, all this kind of thing lah, right? That is what our point, right? We not gain that because of because not because of easy thing. We go through really a hustle process, and this is our story, right? We go through a dedication, hard work, discipline, all this kind of thing, so that we can full in our long-term portfolio, right? And lucky for us that it works, right? So what I do day to day and how I handle the 30%, right, is basically first, we always need to be in the market. Because if you're not in the market, right, you not have a you don't specify your commitment to be in the market, you always lost, like, because market always changing and it change fast, right? So you need to be in the market and get to know what happened, right? That is where technical analysis come, because from technical analysis, right, sometimes you can see change happen, right, without knowing the story yet, right? So that is where TA you can apply, right? But eventually, again, fata. Next, keep learning and be humble. And this is, I speak this from my own experience. When I'm still young, so when we build this Facademy, right, at one point, we gain a lot of students. I mean, quite number of students lah, not too many students, but we have our followers. So at one point, I feel like I build my negative pride, that I don't want, I build my negative pride, and it makes me, feels that I'm not getting better at stock market at that point, because I feel like I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do. Previously, right, I always keep learning. I seem like Warren. I go join group, I join class lah, all this, like keep learning, right? But when I joined Facademy with Warren, I've started doing that for a while. Okay, so I feel like, bro, I'm not, I'm not, I feel like I'm stagnant. So that's why you need to be humble. You keep learning, because stock market, you need to keep learning. There's always something new, always something that interesting. When we talk about stock market, it can be anything, right? Last time when MCO started to happen, okay, the simple idea can come just from looking at your brother, what he's playing at and whatnot, right? Just like that. That's why stock market is everything, right? It's a business, and business is everything in stock market. So that's why keep learning, be humble, right? Think differently, gauge market sentiment. So there's a three main part that I do day to day, right? I'm not trade day to day, right? I only trade when there's an opportunity. So what I do day to day is first gauge market sentiment. I look at market sentiment. Is it positive? Is it choppy? Is it negative? Right. So from there, I know how I can handle the risk. Then I understand the portfolio goal, right? Understand for portfolio goal means that, all right, I want this to achieve what 100% in what duration. So I have that mindset, and I understand the market sentiment. I can make it happen, right? I can plan to make it happen. And again, refine the strategy. So learn how to be, at one point, how to be aggressive, how to be conservative, right? And there's a moment that, we keep losing. Okay, when market is bad, we keep losing or not. Sometimes market is good and we losing, we feel bad, we lost confidence and whatnot. But we need to learn to, to stand up back, right? And learn how to really gain back our confidence and whatnot. So that's why it's really important to know when to go aggressive, when to go conservative. Okay, mindful with the risk, because this is really important, because you don't want to lose your money, right? Imagine, like, if we set this 30% allocation, right, to fill in long-term account, but what if we lost this money, right? It lost the point, right? So that's why mindful with this. And being a trader, we can be really, nimble in the market, right? In there, out there, in out, in out, in out. So mindful with the risk, and be disciplined, lah. Focus on your own game. So this is also really important, right? And I for example, right, when you already plan for your trade, right, and suddenly you see, oh, there's a golden counter, go like limit up 30%, all this thing, you feel for more, right? But you need to focus on your own game, right? What is your plan? Keep sticking on that, and be patient, lah. Yeah, power of Fata. At the end of the day, we not play the goreng counter all the way, right? Of course, we back with good fundamental counter as well, and that's how we make it happen, right? You can trade purely on technical analysis, but again, you at least have the understanding that it is a good counter, right? So and when you know the fundamental, right? If you know it's a bad counter, you can trade. If you know that it's good counter, also you can trade. But there's a difference when when something happened to the bad counter, you know how to handle it. You know that is the higher risk one, right? So again, you need to gauge sentiment. You need to gauge what is the best strategy to go, all right? And lastly, balancing the liquidity. And in fact, this is a skill that you need to learn along the way, lah. And maybe next time, Warren, right? When we do a live game with Sifu, we will explain this process in detail so that our viewer can also learn. Okay.
Sure.
So
for sure.
balancing liquidity means that, right? Even though I'm short-term trader, but I differentiate. This is 70-30, means that 70 I can in and out fast because that is liquid, right? I can play goreng there, I can play margin there or not. But 30, I want that to be in good company. I can, ride the trend, right? Play the swing play, all these things. So yeah, I guess that is how we managed to achieve that. And we are lucky enough, right? Next slide. We lucky enough to gain recently 100% of our public portfolio. So overall of our portfolio, right? We decide to, all right, this 33,000 is where we want to share with everyone how our trading performance is. And why we take out 33,000, right? Because we don't want to add money here, which is the other portfolio, the other money, right? We keep, filling in. We make money here. We add up, right? We make our money from our hustle. Maybe do something else. Maybe from property. Maybe from me from my own things, right? We put money there, right? But we don't want to do that in 33,000. We want to show that the organic growth of trading of this 33,000. So we're lucky to get 100%. If you really look at our performance, right? My win ratio is 53% only, right? My expected value is just 181 ringgit. Means that if I trade, right, my single trade, I probably gain 180 ringgit. So that's mean although I gaining, I'm making money, but if you look at the bigger number, right, actually I also lost a lot. Okay, so that's why my expected value is low. So actually it's not really good, right? I will say that this year is not really good for me, right? But we lucky to achieve this. That's why I feel like I'm like the monkey, right? Although the performance is not the best, although there's a difficult year this year, but I'm lucky that we know how to do this because this is what we have been focused all the way to do, right? So yeah, so that's how we managed to achieve 103%. Alright, next slide.
Okay.
Yeah. And you can proceed, Warren.
Oh, right. Okay. So yeah, like what Shafiq said, right? We created this account so that everyone, we're taking care of the retailers. Seriously, from small account, it doesn't matter. All it takes are a few trades, a day or a month, and we can make it, right? So here we are. Sorry, I was looking at the US market and I just bought a company. I just bought a stock, but anyway. So yeah, guys, hope you guys got some value out of this today. This is how we should deserve a seven-figure portfolio, right? From hustling, from being frugal, having the habit of fueling into the account, have a growth mindset, build thesis, be in a position of power to build thesis and, strategize on your trades, your investments. Yeah, so, thank you. Thank you. Hope you guys, got some value out of this today. I love that that iceberg thing that you added, Feek.